Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my very first recorded ORAS battle, where I have the honor of battling Squidprints, my good friend. And he said that he wanted to do some monotype battles, and I said, okay, let's do this. He brought mono electric, I brought mono fighting, and my mono fighting team is, based on steroids and what they do to people, and I tried associating the steroid according to a Pokemon that fits the best. So I hope you guys like it, because it's kind of funny actually. Because the thing is, I did not train my Pokemon, I actually gave them the steroids. So that is why they're so OP, and that is why they're so powerful, and that is why they kick ass. Now, Squidprints is a guy that destroys me from time to time, but sometimes, I cheekily try to make my way to the top. Now, I'm going to send in Anavar, my Megalopony, because it is something that I had to use. And I'm like, okay, let's use this. So, fake out something that, is very safe, because since it gets scrappy, it can hit ghost types, so you don't have to fear missing anything. And, it's a safe way to Mega Evolve, because the speed kicks in one turn later, so if anything flinches, provided that they can flinch, it's good. It's always good. So, now in comes this lantern, and I'm like, okay, this thing is such a bulky wall, I'm going to have to find a way to resist and break it. Now in comes Oxybalone, ladies and gentlemen, which is a very powerful steroid, and this is what happens when you use it. You get big, bulky, and you can carry big concrete beams with you, and if you were an assault vest, you can resist special hits like this guy over here. So stockpile is something that I'm like, it's gonna take such a long time to break this thing, and I don't have such a good history with walls. And if you know Squidprints, he knows how to make a good wall. He knows how to wall shit all night long. So yeah, my team's kind of OU-ish, but oh well, this is what I decided to do, because I told you I'm cheeky from time to time. Now I'm going to send in Diana Ball, which is a very much weaker version of Oxybalone, but yeah. Quick bracket here. The thing is, I do know how they work, because I just know. So this is why I can explain it. Anyway, so this thing has Ice Beam, which is good because it can counter ground types with its Stabbed Scald, and it can also counter grass types with Ice Beam. Now the good thing is he got good for him that he got a critical hit, and it's bad for me because I cannot sub again, and I want to go for the Leech Seed, which means that nothing's going right for me at this stage, because this guy was meant to be a physical defensive set. The only bad thing with fighting types is that they are mostly offensive, and you cannot make good walls out of them. But if you play your cards right and you manage to power through walls like Lantern, which means that if I manage to break break this wall, Lantern, if I manage to break through, I can do some damage, because I don't think that he has anything else pretty much to resist my attacks. But the bad thing with most fighting types is that they're mainly slow. They're not the fastest things in the world, and that is why you have to base them around HP and defensive investment, because it works better that way. So I'm gonna go for the Spiky Shield, and I'm like, shit, I played the wrong card here, because I should have known he was going to switch, because Spiky Shield is something that screams Chestnut. So I'm going to send in Anavar again, because I'm like, okay, yeah, what else? I knew that he was going to go for a Bug Buzz attack, and I know that I can resist this move, so yeah. Now, I can go for another Fake Out. Now, I know that my opponent is going to switch out. I knew he was, but I kind of brain farted here, and I thought that, why did he not go for a Volt Switch? I'm too lucky to be alive here, because he could have gone for Volt Switch and destroyed my Anavar, which is why I went for Dizzy Punch, just to see how much damage I could do on that Lantern. But this wall is back in my face, and I'm like, I have to find a way to break through. Now, Oxybalone here is the best thing I can do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you must be wondering, how can you send an Conkeldurr in a Lantern set? Now, I got cheeky. I told you I am cheeky, and I like creating cheeky stuff. Thing is, I kind of hoped he would burn me, but when you want the burn, you never get the burn, even if it's on your opponent, even if it's on you. So I pack the Guts set, because if he manages to paralyze me with just discharge, or manages to burn me with scald, it would work to my favor. I'm going to use every single thing I can with this team and work it to my advantage. Now, this is where Ryan overpredicts me to switch into that grass thing with spikes on its back, and I managed to land a critical hit. What a lucky turn for me. I made him overpredict. I made the guy that occasionally, I'm telling this on live YouTube or a recorded battle, he is way better than myself. I know that he is way superior than me in every way, and I managed to outpredict him, which kind of made me feel good about myself. Now, what made me feel even better is the fact that he packs thunder on this thing, and the fact that he paralyzes me. So I'm gonna go for the drain punch. I'm like, yes! So I can bring him to a range where I can kill him with priority, because I do pack Mach Punch. But the bad thing about paralysis is that you get haxed when you don't want to, and he can go for another thunder. But since I packed the assault vest, he will be delivering a very powerful thunder, but he won't be doing too much damage. Now, provided that I do not get paralyzed, I managed to remove this thing off the field, and goodbye Galvantula, you're no longer a problem. You do not set up the sticky web, which is good news for me, because I did not want to deal with this thing. It would have been something bad. So in comes Mega Ampharos, which was something that I was very, very happy to see, because if Ampharos was not the Mega and Manectric is, I would have been in a very tough, shitty spot, because it packs Intimidate. My guys are mainly physical, and shit. That's all I can say, shit. But I'm glad that that's not the case today. So I managed to get a priority Mach Punch, and I do manage to hit it, and it does decent damage. Now in comes Deca Ball, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you play with Deca. You grow an extra set of arms, back, and shoulders, and you get all bulky. And this is why I love this thing. Now, Ryan predicts me like a boss, and he predicts my earthquake somehow. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for the dynamic punch, which luckily went first. Now, you would have thought that, hey, isn't this a choice scarf Machamp? That is what mostly people run. But I'm like, why make it a choice scarf set when you can actually use its bulk to your advantage? Like this, look. He goes for a Thunderbolt, does a decent amount, and I know that I can take him out with another Drain Punch, which is fantastic. Sorry, Dynamic Punch. It does fantastic damage. I destroy this Electros. It is out of the way. I'm glad to see that it's out of the way. I'm glad that my favorite Pokemon on this team managed to get a kill. Deca. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Deca Ball. Don't play with Roids, guys, because you never know what might happen. Like this here. You might get Electro Balled by a big cheeky Electrode. So anyway, I'm going to send in Diana Ball, because I know that I resist the Grass type move. I'm like, he must be Choice Specs. I knew he was Choice from the moment he switched, but I couldn't decipher it was Specs or Scarfed. But mostly Specs, because I'm like, why should you use Choice Scarf? Why would you ever use a Choice Scarf on what do you call it? The Electrode. So yeah, that's a thing. Now in comes Manectric, and I'm like, fuck, because this thing packs Flamethrower, but it's not the Mega, so that's not the problem. So you can kill my Dianabol, and he kills my Pink Pill. So yeah, Dianabol dies as well. I'm losing my Roid boys one by one, but he has a Leech Seed on him, and he also has the Life Orb, so that's not much of a problem. So I resist the hit, which is good. So I can go for a Drain Punch, destroy this thing, because I pack the Iron Fist on this thing. Because I'm sorry, Ryan, kind of stole your set here. I kind of stole your thunder. I told you I'm cheeky, and this team is a very, very cheeky team. And I got all cheeky. Baila Cheeky Cheeky. Oh, I hated that song. Anyway, so he goes for an Electro Ball. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you play with Insuline. You get big and bulky, but you cannot avoid that big fat belly on your chest, on your belly, or whatever, wherever it is. So in comes Stanozolol. When you play with Winstrol, you get all cut and bulky, which tells me that that Electro Ball was scarfed and not Specs, which makes more sense, because it becomes stronger when it's scarfed, not Specs. And taking advantage Electrode's speed, you can just kill stuff, but it's not too great at the same time, because Electrode is already fast, so it doesn't need to be scarfed. But oh well. Anyway, so the thing is, I was surprised to resist Electro Ball, I was able to take 2 shots. My guys, both my Machamp and my Pangoro had investment in HP and they just died with 1 shot. But this thing resisted it and it had only investment in special attack and speed. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if I did not pack the Choice Scarf, I would not be able to kill this thing, this Ampharos, this Mega, and I would have been in a shittier situation. So this was a very cheeky victory against Squidprints, which was a cool battle because I got nervous at one point, I really did, but it was enjoyable nonetheless. And I want to thank Ryan for this battle because it was cool. I like monotype battles. I like his team a lot. He's very good with making teams. And I also want to thank Siren Reaver for recording this HD battle. He will be, he might be helping me from time to time. I will be getting some battles in. So stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.